Welcome back to the deep dive. The financial world, well, it's constantly shifting, isn't it? Always this tension between digital innovation and traditional markets.
That's right, nonstop.
And today, we've got this really exciting set of data, it's brand new, all about a digital asset called AFX.
Mm-hmm.
Our sources are suggesting it's not just playing the game, it's maybe trying to rewrite the rules entirely. We're seeing hints of something surprising, and definitely some upward momentum we need to unpack for you.
Absolutely. And that's our mission for this deep dive, really. To dig into the latest analysis, this is dated August 7, 2025, and give you that strategic view on AFX. What's its real potential?
Okay.
We'll look at what makes it different, why people are seeing it as possibly, a new foundation for finance. We want to arm you with the strategic angle, understand the vision.
Perfect. That strategic overview is exactly what our listeners want. Okay, let's unpack this. Let's jump right in. First step. Where does AFX actually stand right now in the market? What's the current picture?
Right. So the data from August 7th puts AFX at $17.61.
Okay, $17.61.
But what's really striking is the continuous upward movement. It's not just a blip.
Sustained.
Yeah, sustained. The technical charts, across all the key time frames, 15-minute, 1 hour, daily, they all point the same way. Strong, clear upward trend.
That consistency is interesting. Across different timescales like that suggests something fundamental.
Exactly. It hints at more than just short-term speculation. There seems to be some underlying strength there.
Okay, so the price action is strong. What about market activity? Buying, selling? What's the sentiment look like?
Oh, well, that's where it gets even clearer. The buying interest is, well, it's exceptionally strong.
How strong?
We're talking about a buy volume of 633,000 units.
Wow, okay.
And compare that to the sell volume, just 4,700.
Whoa, 633K versus 4.7K? That's quite a
It's a huge disparity, yeah. It really signals very robust purchasing interest and, importantly, a lot of confidence from people getting in. And right now, its market cap is around $3.69 billion.
$3.69 billion. That sounds pretty substantial already. But, context is key here. How does that number fit into the bigger picture compared to other AI or crypto projects?
That's the crucial comparison, isn't it? And here's where it gets really interesting.
Good.
Despite that $3.69 billion, when you stack it up against other big global AI projects in this space, like Fed or AG,
I know those.
which have hit market caps over $10 billion before, AFX is actually still seen as very small.
Small, even at nearly $4 billion.
Relatively speaking, yes. And that's not a negative. It actually points to a significant growth gap.
Ah, potential upside.
Exactly. The analysis suggests there's potential for maybe a 10x increase just to catch up with its AI peers.
Okay, 10x potential just for parity. That's significant.
And there's more. The liquidity is high, too. On PancakeSwap, it's somewhere between $1.35 billion and $3.5 billion.
Which is good for trading, right?
Yeah.
Makes it easier.
Yeah, absolutely essential. High liquidity means smoother trades, less price impact even for bigger buys or sells, and less volatility. All very important if you're aiming for wider adoption.
Okay, so let's recap the market picture. Strong price trend, massive buying interest, good liquidity, all pointing up. And crucially, lots of room to grow compared to similar projects.
That's a good summary of the foundation, yes. Strong signals.
But like we always say, the market numbers are one thing, the vision. And that's often what really sets projects apart, what makes AFX unique. The analysis hints it's more than just metrics.
Indeed. And this is where it gets strategically fascinating. AFX isn't just, another digital token to speculate on.
Right.
The vision here is much bigger. It's described as this ambitious fusion, AI plus DeFi plus IPO.
AI, DeFi, and IPO, okay, that's a mix you don't hear every day.
Exactly. It's about fundamentally rethinking how assets are managed, traded, accessed globally. Trying to cut through traditional finance red tape, but also embrace its legitimacy. That blend is why they're talking about a new financial infrastructure.
That's a bold claim. New financial infrastructure. I'm really caught on the IPO part. Crypto and a traditional IPO seem worlds apart. How do they plan to bridge that? What does the analysis say?
This is where the strategic thinking really comes through in the analysis. The goal isn't small. They want AFX to be a core piece of a new global financial infrastructure.
Okay.
It's not just talk. They have actual plans to take real-world assets, think stocks, maybe even property, commodities, and turn them into what they're calling digital stocks, using blockchain to tokenize them, offering things like fractional ownership, better transparency, maybe 24/7 trading.
Okay, tokenizing real assets. We've heard about that concept.
Right, but here's the kicker. They plan to get these digital stocks listed on major traditional stock exchanges,
Right.
like NASDAQ or HKX.
Wait, NASDAQ.
Yeah,
Listing digital tokenized stocks on NASDAQ.
that's the plan. It's this incredibly ambitious bridge directly connecting the crypto world with established capital markets, trying to offer the best of both.
NASDAQ. Wow. That really does link the two worlds. That implies a huge amount of, well, regulatory hoops and credibility needed. Does the analysis touch on how they plan to meet those traditional finance standards?
It doesn't go into the nitty-gritty of the regulatory filings, no, but just aiming for NASDAQ. That implies they know what's required.
Here.
The implication is huge. It signals commitment to transparency, audits, investor protection, things that separate serious projects. It's like they're saying, we'll play by the highest rules and maybe help reshape them. It opens the door for traditional investors in a familiar space.
That makes sense. It broadens the appeal massively.
Yeah.
Okay, so this whole ambitious structure,
Yeah.
the sources mention an AI called Thaksin is at the heart of it.
Yes, Thaksin. Understanding Thaksin is critical. It's described as the heart of AFX.
And it's not just any AI.
No, the analysis is specific. It's an AGI system, artificial general intelligence.
AGI, so more like human intelligence, learning across different areas, not just narrow AI.
Precisely. Much broader capabilities. Its job is, well, comprehensive. Managing investment funds with incredible sophistication, picking assets using complex analysis.
Okay.
And maybe the most revolutionary part, it dynamically diversifies risk in real time and fully automatically.
Real-time automatic risk diversification by an AGI. That sounds powerful.
It is. It suggests constant adaptation to market shifts, heading off risks instantly, a potential game changer, especially in volatile markets.
Definitely an advantage. But for a new financial infrastructure, tech isn't enough. Trust is huge. Stability, too. What safeguards are built in? How does AFX address those concerns?
Excellent point. And the analysis highlights several key things. First, the fair launch.
Meaning?
Tokens were only distributed via staking, no hidden pre-sales, no private sales for early insiders. This avoids those accusations of unfairness you often see. It aims for an equal start.
Right. A fair launch builds community trust. What else?
Then there's the liquidity lock. They lock the liquidity provider tokens, the LP token.
Okay, and that does what exactly?
It basically guarantees there's always enough liquidity for trading on places like PancakeSwap, prevents those sudden rug pulls or liquidity disappearing, which can crash the price.
Got it. Stability measure.
Exactly. And third, they have mechanisms against bot manipulation. Anti-bot systems to try and stop automated programs from distorting the price unfairly against real investors.
So, multiple layers. Fair launch, locked liquidity, anti-bot.
Yeah, it shows a commitment to long-term stability and integrity, not just quick gains.
It sounds really comprehensive then. Cutting-edge AGI, plus a real focus on transparency, security, market fairness from the beginning.
Right.
That kind of strategic planning does build
It
confidence.
seems well thought out, yes.
So with that foundation and this big vision, the question everyone asks, what's the potential upside? What are the price targets?
Right.
What does the analysis suggest this could all mean for the future price?
Right, the bottom line. The analysis lays out 3 scenarios, showing the potential scale based on that strategic vision.
Yeah, let's hear them.
Scenario 1. If AFX grows its market cap to $10 billion, which, remember, is just matching peers like Fed or AG.
Right, the parity level we discussed.
The price per AFX is projected between $47 and $55.
Okay, so a decent jump from the current $17 just by catching up shows that initial potential.
Exactly. Now, scenario 2 is more ambitious. It assumes they pull off the bigger vision.
The IPO integration.
Yes. If AFX hits a $30 billion market cap evaluation you might see with a successful listing on NASDAQ or similar,
Okay.
then the price could climb to $120 to $140.
Wow. That's, what, 20 to 30 times the current price?
Potentially, yes. That's where you see the exponential possibility if the hybrid model works and gets broad adoption.
20 to 30x. Those are huge numbers. Now, are there big ifs attached? What kind of hurdles or market conditions need to happen for that kind of growth? What's the catch, maybe?
Well, they're scenarios, not guarantees. That's important. That $30 billion valuation absolutely depends on successfully listing those digital stocks on a major exchange.
Which is unprecedented.
Exactly. It needs regulatory green lights, and traditional institutions need to buy into this new kind of asset. So there's definitely execution risk, like with any big innovation. The analysis implies the tech and framework could overcome these, but it's a hurdle.
Understood. Innovation carries risk, but the reward could be huge.
Right.
Is there a scenario 3? A longer-term view?
There is. Scenario 3 looks way out, maybe 5, 10 years. If AFX were to reach a market cap like the current crypto giants, think BND or Ethereum, around $100 billion,
Okay, the really good leagues.
then the theoretical price could potentially hit $400, $500, maybe even higher. That really paints the picture of AFX as a potential foundational pillar in a future financial system.
Mind-boggling numbers. But what gives AFX the edge to even aim that high? The space is crowded.
That's the strategic crux. The analysis suggests AFX isn't just copying, it's combining the best parts of other AI plus DeFi projects. It mentions FXT, AG, Ocean as examples, but then adding crucial layers.
Which are
The integration of its advanced AGI, Thaksin, with actual investment systems, and that very concrete plan for a traditional stock market listing.
Yeah.
It's not just AI or DeFi, it's a unified, intelligent ecosystem bridging digital innovation with traditional legitimacy.
So the AGI, the real-world application, and the path to NASDAQ.
Precisely. That blend of advanced tech, a real business model, and a credible path to the mainstream that's positioned as its unique strategic advantage. It aims to be robust, forward-looking, and attract serious investors looking for both innovation and potential institutional scale. So, wrapping up the core insights here. AFX isn't just pitched as a token. It's presented as this potential new financial infrastructure.
Right.
You've got the advanced AGI and Thaksin doing this heavy lifting, supported by DeFi, but critically aiming for that traditional stock market listing.
A very ambitious goal.
Very, and that vision is backed by those positive market signals. We talked about the price action, the buying volume, the liquidity, plus these potentially massive growth scenarios. Analytically, it looks like a clever strategic play trying to bridge two worlds.
Definitely a compelling picture. And you can see why the source material ends on that note.
Yeah.
Suggesting this could be one of those transformative opportunities, like the early days of other big names people might have missed.
Exactly. Which brings us to the final thought, really, for you listening. If this vision works, if an AGI-driven system like AFX, tokenizing assets, managing funds intelligently, listing on traditional exchanges, if that becomes real, how does that fundamentally change everything? How does it reshape investing, access to finance, wealth management, for everyone, everywhere? It's a huge question about where finance might be heading.